So, I wanted to start off by being like, I had a lot of overtiredness that had built up until last night, so I mean, cut me some slack in that regard. And I actually wasn't going to play this again today, but a video made me not feel as bad, so I just feel like too much of this fight is too samey. Dang it. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, never mind. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I was trying to put myself in harm's way. Dang it. That was a waste. I was like, if everyone's gonna collect, I'm gonna do it. And everyone's gonna look like a moron. Not just me. Fuck. How did I get a golden spiral horn from that? What the hell? That must be so if you really try hard solo, you can still get most of the materials. Oh shit, cool again. The inner Jargus comes out. Yes, I know it's Jagras. I just love calling him a Jargo. Don't ask me why. Great Jagras. Jargus sounds a lot more beefier for a first monster. It's like a Jaggy. It just has that, like, roll off the tongue weirdness. Jagras just sounds like someone attempting to make that. How do we remake the Jaggy name? Jagras. It'd be better if it was just 5 letters and they removed the R. If they were just gonna have the G. Jagus. Jagras, I don't know. It just... not a good name. Stop, please, with your lava and your... actually making a Bill Cosby joke isn't funny anymore. Another group is making you look like a bunch of fucking idiots. Try harder. We did it. Pick up all them little nugs, dude. Gotta get them nugs. The most enjoyable part about doing this is the ending music. It's not the boss fight. It's not the weapons. It's just the ending music. I want that on repeat in Astera. Thunder, like, there are people using ice because they saw it in the Capcom streams and shit. I'll give you a big hint. Don't use ice, use thunder, because thunder affects a much greater part of the fight. Garbage. All of it. As per usual. It's a good show. Show me what you got. I know I know why they made this a limited time event though, because it actually makes people want to do it. Because what would happen is if they just made it something that was accessible all the time, you would have it be where after everyone got what they needed, there'd be a huge drop in the community about playing that thing. And then people would complain about it and that it would need to be patched for solo, and they just want it to be a multiplayer thing. Oh my god, my hair is matted way worse than I thought it was in the back. My hair dreads itself naturally, so I can shower in the morning, and by the end of the day, I'll have mats in the underside of the back of my hair. And I don't feel it until I start to move my hair around, because normally my hair stays in the same position all day. I'm not even kidding. Like, I have such thick, heavy hair that I can set my hair in one position, and it just stays there, like behind my ears, even though my ears aren't really even holding it back. They only hold it back when I lean forward. Smoke some nut. Smoke that nut now. $99,000 doll hairs. This sword is really good for killing it. I wish there was a Kieran sword. And like I've said before, I wish you could just take augmentations out of one weapon and then put them into other weapons. So you didn't have to make the freaking choice. Also, I got this blast bow earlier, but the blast doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure it's glitched. Like, I fought a boss, and it didn't blast one single time the entire time. I'll show you. This thing right here. Wait, is that the one I have? Teroth Arrow Blast? I have Tear Off Arrow Thief, right? What the hell? I was trying to slide. damn it, I wanted to pick up the crystal burst, please. Please, my lady. Never mind. I don't have fucking team. Where the fuck is my goddamn team? Oh my fucking god, of course. This boss has some of the trashiest trash boxes I've ever fucking seen. And that's why not doing Spirit Helmbreaker all the time is the better option. Thank you. do love that kind of shit, though. I didn't get hit by it before, but then I got hit by it the second time. I'm dead. Holy shit, how did I not die? See, that's what happens when the error occurs. I should have got sharpshooter. Should have grabbed some coatings too, but honestly it's not weak to anything, so it doesn't really benefit. I'll show you what I mean though. It applies blast, but it doesn't do the... See, it doesn't do the damage. Was that it? Applying? Thought that might have been collapsible. Yes. You have to say it every single time, or else you're not acknowledging what she's saying. And you're rude. Yes. That was the wrong time. And that's why I don't like the Dragon Piercer. How do you get up there, dude? I'm sorry, I'm fucking around so much. There's no way for me to avoid that. You fucking cock-sucking motherfucking Gajalaka dick nose. Dick-sucking motherfucker. Dick-sucking, cock-hugging. Finally, it worked. Holy shit. Don't go for me again, I swear. Yeah, that's some old school Monster Hunter joy right there. Aw, come on, guy. Get over here. Gotta do the prance. After a job well done. We didn't even have it at high breakability yet. We just demolished him. Yeah, see, we didn't even have it like halfway done yet. Aw. We didn't get cracked, though. Because we did it so fast. I got this thing, which was cool. It's like a cross between Legia Sectored and Thunderbolt Horn. So many fucking girls that are just being played by dudes. Dude. 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 Then why the fuck you showing it to me? He's probably trying to do speed kills anyways. That's what it looks like. Santorio. Tor. That's how Chinese people speak. Like my second, not stirred. Like my drink shaking, not stirred. 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 I like my drink shaken, not stirred. Stirred. Don't stir it, my darling. Sounded like the fucking snowman off of Courage the Cowardly Dog for a second there. Gah. I can't even remember some of his actual voice lines. Starring Courage the Cowardly Dog. Why does my head hurt so bad, man? What just made it hurt out of nowhere? It's like someone just came and punched me in the back of the fucking head. Ow. 3 great swords. Great sword master race. Did that Gajalaka just roll with me? They're fucking assholes. Yes. I told you I'm gonna do it every time. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it every time. I'ma just do that thing. I'ma just rock that thing. Woo. Is he not up here? Ooh, good thing I flipped. Good thing I flooped on him. How did that even work? God damn it. Son of a bitch, I rolled. That was bullshit. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm dead. No, no, no. 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 Holy shit. God damn it. You can't lock that fucking thing down. It just doesn't fucking stop attacking. If you're a bunch of melee users, you literally can't do anything. It just doesn't stop. It just moves around so fucking much. Like most endgame fucking things. You're too slow for how fucking fast the monster is, and your only way of stopping it is to hit it, but you can't hit it to stop it. You go through so many health potions in that last phase because the game isn't fucking fast enough for you. No matter what weapon you're using. You go through like 75% of your resources in that last room. Whoops. Sorry, fat fingers. You got your fat fingers. Too fat for your fingers. Why did I put my weapon away to do that? Got it. Running around at the speed of sound. How do you beat the lance? Lance is just too good of a weapon, you know? It has the, like, Neo ability, where you just run back and forth and kill things, because that's game design. Except in this game, you can just block right out of it, making it even more stupidly gross and disgusting. The only caveat is you go through sharpness, but they put the fucking gem in the... They put, like... So, like, the thing that I don't understand about this is... Why do they have Protective Polish as a gem, but not, like, Rathalos Mastery or Zora Magdaros Mastery? Those gems would offer way more build variety than just, oh, your weapon stays sharp forever, because every build revolves around that if it's good. And it's not a speed killing build. Holy shit, I hate these Gajalaka fucking... Suck my dick, Gajalaka. Oh my fucking word, dude. And then he's like, heh, suck a dick. And now he's gonna come back. Oh my god, what a fuck. I hate you so much. You little piece of shit. What a fucker. I'm actually gonna resharpen my weapon just to get the full duration of Protective Polish. Dodge the teammates. Block the fire attack. Jump and get hit like a fucking idiot. Yes! Give me that head. Now bob up and down. Give me them nuggets. Oh great, the head's gonna be in the wall. Oh, no. Fucking meat grind it. Shit, did I get more life powder? I did. Saved my bro. I'm I'm sorry, I'll look at chat after I'm done this. Son of a tank. Oh, I'm on fire again. No! 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 I just happened to die at the very end. I literally died as the boss died. You got fucking Dark Souls. I'm not gonna get any loot, dude. Get in there. Come on, speed demon. You're an IndyCar. Think IndyCar. It's still playing like the combat music for me. It's not playing the complete music because I died at that very moment. I discovered a glitch. Seems like there's a glitch going on. What a glitch. I've been doing fine. My last stream didn't go as good as this one. It went alright at the start, but then I started getting my normal average amount of saltiness. And I didn't understand a lot of the bullshit, because I just, as with me, I try to do everything blind, like a gamer should. I shouldn't have to, like, fucking avoid all YouTube channels to do with Monster Hunter, because literally every single one posts something about... They post a video about a stream about basically spoilers for the game. And they're like, how much spoiler can I intake before it actually comes out? So you're basically not even learning anything. The only learning process is the fighting part. And even then, it's a fucking great Jagras with fire breath attacks. And horn attacks. It just does a boatload of damage to people who don't have augmented armor. And since you can't get augments from it, people who don't have augmented armor but try to do this will just continually get butt-fucked. It's sort of a little, like, shittily designed. Same thing with this stuff. All these garbage weapons that are just blue but don't have good anything. They have no redeeming quality about them. It's not like a normal blue weapon where they're still, like, decent. These are just garbage. And even good ones are hard to, like, want to use. I don't know, this system was better in the other games. In this game, it's not random enough. So, I've already seen, like, almost every permutation, except for the orange rarity ones, but they're pretty much the same shit. There are some exceptions, which I've seen, But in most cases, everything is going to be worse than what you already have. So like this hammer, for example. It's an elementless hammer with white sharpness. The only benefit over not using this thing is that it doesn't have negative affinity, but this thing has such superior base damage, it's not even funny. Like, and this gets white sharpness too, if you didn't know that. It just takes more handicraft to get it. It's such a damage difference. This is orange rarity. Then you have stuff like this as well. This is a little bit closer. Like, what monster is that supposed to be from? Or is that just an ore? Yeah, I think that's just an ore upgrade. I don't even think that's like a hybrid. Those aren't even that good. Like, this one is 273 with negative 10 affinity. Here's a comparison. This is 260 with 0. This is 280, but it has an attack increase. It would be 273. Like, it's barely... And, I mean, take into account that these things have decent gem slots, because a lot of the weapons that come from this thing, unless they're an orange rarity weapon, normally don't come with that many gem slots. So you can see I have a bunch of these just built up here. They have no fucking gem slots. Not a single one across any of them. None. Like, how do they expect you to properly use stuff when it's not even, like, actually usable? And they're all identical. Like, you can see this. Again, there's absolutely no randomization. There's very little difference. It's honestly disappointing. If you look up the one from, like, Double Cross and how those weapons work, you would think that that this game should have came before the other game because of how much less developed the systems are. I don't know if they just don't have good shit to make high resolution models, and it really just takes them that long to export a high resolution model on a computer, but Jesus Christ, it's pretty pathetic. It really is. From a company like Capcom, and that's the best thing they can do, is basically the equivalent of what TF2 did years ago with the Australian weapons. Except for this time, because I mean, it's man versus machine right now. That's basically what I'm doing. It's like the exact same concept, except for it's in a game that you're already paying for. It's some co-op bullshit that you have to do. Forced co-op bullshit in order to get an item in the game to drop that you want. And that's, again, that's not saying I haven't found cool variants of weapons. One of the hunting horns I found I was actually using earlier because it's basically just an improved version of a Kirin hunting horn. But that's like a very, very rare exception. And I say that because... Let me put this on and then I'll... The major difference here is the Thunderbolt horn from Kirin, that can't have white sharpness on it. They have the same slots. The one on the left actually has a defense bonus, and it gets white sharpness. So it's actually just an upgraded, like, Kirin horn, or I guess you would say slightly differently statted. This is more of what the older ones would have looked like, but this is only because these weapons literally are the same weapon, with the exception of the weapon on the left being a hybrid of the boss, and the one on the right being the pure weapon. Because that's what they are. The boss has hybrid things that it does to the weapon when the weapon comes out. And that's why every single blue weapon is subpar, because the modifier associated with her, like, thing that applies to weapons seems to generally make weapons have less damage. I don't know if it's sort of like how the developers consider ice really overpowered, so they make all ice weapons deal absolutely trash damage in compensation for giving them white sharpness by default, even if it's only a little pip and you're never gonna use that properly. Not unless you're one of the freaking dingoes out there that wears a full set of armor. If you're hunter rank 100 plus and you're wearing a full set of armor for any other reason than to cosplay, or to, like, just wear the full set of armor because it looks cool, you're not, like, you're doing something wrong, because there's no single set of armor that is good just by having it all on yourself. There are some where you could just say, like the new armor set that they just added, just having all of that one on with its mixture of random effects is good, but it doesn't specialize in anything. It's just got a bunch of random, generally good shit on it. There's no good build that you can build around it, because it's just a fucking clusterfuck, is what I mean. Do I dare use a gun lance? To be honest, I need to go down and check about my augmentations, because there's a bunch of my old weapons that I've always wanted to augment that I got augmentations for, but then completely forgot about augmenting them. I gotta have like 30 or 40 augmentations that I can't use right now because I need Anjanath gems and stuff like that, and I don't feel like killing Anjanath 1,000 times, but it looks like I'm gonna have no fucking choice. Because of purple weapons. Need Nerg gems for orange rarity weapons. Do you play Monster Hunter, by the way? Because if I'm the person that you learn everything from, first off, let me say, I'm sorry. I always just say I'm sorry, because the people who can actually stand dealing with me, I can't believe that they even can do that. check here. Yeah, look at all those augmentations. Ranged, shaft, axe, lance, hammer, blade, sword. 4 blades. Really? That's for dual swords and single swords. Like these. I don't even think I have a orange sword and shield. Yeah. There aren't many of them in the game to begin with. Yeah, see, I need nerd gems and I need fucking Anjanath gems. I need so many gems from monsters. Because health regen is really the only augmentation I give a flying fuck about. All the other ones can shove it up their ass. If they don't have multiple slots, then there's no point. Because they make them... When they're orange, you only ever get one slot, and I'm not taking a different kind of upgrade. You have to be crazy. I really, really wish. See, the one thing about the new armor set that did nothing for me is it, again, didn't add any effects that helped me with any of my builds. But I build differently than a lot of other people, so... I haven't even gotten a Kove Toroth Golden Glimstone once. It's just like, why, dude? And again, value propositions. The only reason you get this one is if you don't have a critical boost gem, or you just want the look of having this fucking dangly ass cloth. There's no winning with that armor set. I just realized I have 2 fucking sharp gems. What the fuck? We can lose 1 pip in handicraft. Does that even help me, though? Because if something hits you through your guard, doesn't it make you take more damage anyways? I'm pretty sure. That's a hard decision. I'm pretty sure I want sharp. This armor is pretty good against fire and ice. Peace in world. In Monster Hunter world? I miss playing with Reggie. Hold on. Out of curiosity, I gotta see if he ever got past Tempered Kieran. Nope. He's still in my squad, though. I like how you don't even get any kind of stats for it. It's just there. Thank you for participating. Capcom smacks you with their fucking hand and you have to leave. Thank you for If I didn't mention it already, this boss thing up here is a limited time event. But the reason that they did that, and it's actually smart on their part, because the entire community originally was complaining about it being limited time, but they don't understand how they work. This is how people who study, like, what's the actual word for it? I'm being the dumb stoner right now. Like, people who study social dynamics or whatever it is, like how people act as a group without knowing it, sort of thing. And that's one of them. That is definitely one of them. And the thing that I'm talking about is, if they just left it so that people could do it all the time, what would happen is all the people who are playing now, like me, would get everything that they wanted from it and then never want to do it again after farming it for weeks straight, like fucking Devil Joe. And then you'd have people who just barely get the game later, and they'd have to struggle to find 4 people to even attempt to do it like 4 to 5 times in a row to get a chance to even actually take the thing down. Because it's not just a one-stage thing. You have to do it multiple times in a row. If you do not have a full group of like 16 people, and everyone is like weakening and gathering stuff at the same time to raise the tracking process and everyone's doing good, then it'll go smoothly. But if you're only one group of 4 by yourself, because by the way, you can't do this stuff solo. It's not designed to be done solo because it's designed to be done multiple times over, and as you gain more stuff about the monster, it becomes easier to break the parts and stuff like that. I'll show what I mean. Oh, it doesn't... I guess it doesn't let me see it from here. Hold on. Wait, before I do that... Why does my fucking hood feel like it's so tight on my head? Sorry if you heard that. That's my... I hate putting hoods over hats. It just does not go right. There we go. Gigante. If you're wondering why I'm not getting my login bonus, because I already have max vouchers, and you can't spend vouchers on this quest because reasons. Don't ask me, ask good old Crapcom, who's trying to turn Monster Hunter into a Destiny game. You wanna go on raids, dude? You wanna go raiding? You wanna raid? I like raids. Except the raid is like the 16... Like, they advertised it as a 16-player raid, but it's not. It's four groups of 4 playing it separately, and you're just informed when other teams are doing well. So it's like, when another team breaks apart and you're 5 minutes in and you haven't broken a single part yet, you're just like, oh yeah, we suck. Yeah, we're shit. Yeah, we're kinda shit. We're trash. And then 15 minutes, the monster gets away and you haven't even got it in the 3rd phase yet. And you're like, yep, absolutely a dumpster fire in the middle of a fucking desert. just no one even cares, and the person who lit it on fire didn't even stand around to watch it. It's just fucking disgusting. It was the Burning Man, except for burning trash. And it's just a mountain of the I was about to go really like depressing with it, but I decided not to, because that kind of shit is funny to me, but it isn't funny to a lot of other people. Oh, look, it's snowing. There's a bunch of snow on everything. I'm sorry. I apologize for my fucking stupid, annoying voices. Eventually you're gonna do one, and you're gonna go like, oh yeah, that was a good one, and then it will be your shtick. I've gone through about 1,000, none are my shtick. Maybe my shtick is just bad, stupid voices. Hire me, Capcom. I'll be one of the fivers. Yeah! Alright! They don't actually say words, so alright wouldn't be a thing, but... Yeah! I could do one of the bro dude voices. I have to be careful about getting snow on my fucking controller. If my controller randomly dies and you can't hear me anymore, it's because snow got in the charger when I wasn't paying attention. The wind started to blow all the snow at me. I also can't see the chat right now, so... I'm sorry, I haven't had a smoke in like 2.5 hours. I know it's not really an excuse, but... I don't vape, so... I need to get on that vape niche. You know what I mean? There's just something about the blend of a cigarette. And he smokes with cigarettes. I'm remembering that episode of fucking Boondocks. Homies over hoes, homies over hoes, homies over hoes. The only show worthy of being called an American anime. My favorite episode will always be the kickball episode. I love the sound. They got the sound so right in that episode. They got like 5 or 6 or something different sounding like kickball sounds, and then like kept pitching them up and down and stuff like that. Sounded exactly like if you've ever been rocked by a fucking kickball, you know exactly what it sounds like. I was one of those kids who was athletically driven when I was younger, even though I had asthma. It was one of the things that helped me grow out of my asthma, was the fact I kept doing physical activity even though I would wheeze the fuck out. I'd be wheezing, holding my arms over my head, but I'd still be like outperforming half of the other kids with their flat foots and stuff like that. I was really good at soccer for that reason, because I have a ridiculous jump height. I can jump like 2 feet. Or I used to be able to anyways. I used to play goalie despite the fact I'm only 5'2", so that should say something. Well, I'm not 5'2", I'm like 5'2.5", it's something like that, but my back is like getting more and more crinkled over the years, so I'll slowly lose that height as my vertebrae fuse together. Probably only gonna stream for another hour or so, then I'm gonna hop off. And, probably I'm gonna try and play some Gran Turismo, because I haven't played that in like a week or so. Not the new one, older Gran Turismo 3. I've been playing that on PlayStation 2 for a while as like a relax game. I love racing games, they just don't make them like they used to. Gran Turismo, Flat Out, stuff like that, I love it. Then I can only get mad at myself for driving bad. I'm pretty good at Gran Turismo 3 though. I've beaten the Formula GT Championship, gold every single race. Which is hard because you don't have any throttle control, so normally by the 4th race you have no oil left. And your oil is black, and since you can't change it in that game mid-race for whatever fucking reason, or mid-series I should say, not mid-race, you can't be like, oh yeah, we're gonna swap the oil before the next track, or whatever. You can't do that in Gran Turismo 3, you can do it in other racing games though. I always loved that game though. I love when games have a bunch of cars that you can get that have no like way to know that they're actually in the game. So I still play that game and discover cars that I haven't seen before. Or variants of colors, because there are like cars that come in rare color variants and stuff like that that you get for doing endurance races. So yeah, I'm gonna play for about another hour and then do some Gran Turismo. Even though I can't stream that because I don't have a capture card for PlayStation 2 and a computer that's good enough, but when I do, I'm definitely gonna stream that eventually. That's like one of my favorite fucking games. Like I said, Gran Turismo 3, Flat Out 2, I absolutely love those games. And Flat Out 1 too, but Flat Out 1 doesn't have as much car variety, and it's a little bit different styled. Me and my friends used to do lapped races in that game, and we would just not race and we'd just fuck around on the track because you wouldn't be reset for a good distance outside of the track, so you could actually have some goof off zone where there was breakable stuff or whatever that you could run into. I just like the physics. Gonna go, my dude? Also, don't worry, I'm gonna play some more Trackmania and Ratchet and Clank in the future. I felt bad the way I treated Ratchet and Clank, even when it wasn't that bad of a game. I just really think that they kind of screwed up with the boss fights. I haven't played any Ratchet and Clank since I set it down that day, though. Because you can't have multiple save files. Unlike the older games. Which I was just like, what the fuck? How do you go, again, how do developers go backwards in time? If I played it again, I'd probably end up complaining about the control scheme. Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. Oh my god, I missed him. Oh my god, I forgot to apply that shit as well. Oh well. Oh yeah, I don't have shield up. Oh shit. Oh my god, dude, seriously? Was your 300 fucking damage really worth that? Really? D-bag. Of course it would hit the stunned guy. And that's why I hate the gun lance. Doesn't have enough offensive power to keep you at full health even with a fucking high damage playstyle. You don't have enough mobility because your charge is so limited in its distance and you can't combo your charge after a charge without delaying like a full second in your input. That and the input for it doesn't even come out half of the time, man. It's not like I'm not pressing and holding fucking circle. I don't know what the problem with the game is and it wanting to let me actually do that input, but half of the time, my character just fucking stands there and does fuck all. If I had to use a gun lance, it's fine. Because a gun lance, you have so limited mobility. You really do. And your weapon putting away animation takes too fucking long. The other fucking team beat it, and that's because they didn't have 2 fucking gun lance users. If you're not perfect with your press and hold circle, delay. Press and hold circle, delay. You don't get the shit. We didn't even get to complete it. I don't feel like I deserve any of these rewards. It's just a shitty fucking Diablo switch axe. wish you could put mods on yourself. Or that there was a workshop less. So I didn't have to go down here just to change my weapon mods. Oh my god, it takes so long to load. I'm just putting mods on most of these. I was like, I remember there being a faster way of doing that. There is, when you're not dumb. Sorry. Actually, I should put the... because these pierce as well. Gold spread. Taco the Great. Now I want tacos. Oh wait, I went to the wrong thing. Sorry. My eye was itching. With how many petals he's thrown on the ground, the petal stack should be like... there should be so many petals that it's dumping overboard. At this point, realistically, if every petal was like... and let's consider that, like, most petals, they're slightly curved a little bit, like inward or outward, they're convex or concave, so let's consider them stacking and forming like a little bit of an air pocket that's like 3 or 4 millimeters. So we'll say 5 millimeters in between a softly pressed layer of petals. And then have someone throw petals into that same area for however long the Spring Blossom Festival has been going on in the game. Just constantly throwing them. How many petals and how big of a pile would it have developed? And would you have enough petals to even do that? These are the questions that need answering. Who the fuck cares about the meaning of life? What's the meaning of petal stack rate? Remember when kids used to be about cup stacking? Is that still a popular thing? Was that ever a popular thing? Or was that like a thing that adults tried to make popular and kids were like, what are you fucking on about, dude? Who the fuck wants to stack cups for a living? Wow, you're a professional cup stacker. You stacked cups in like 4.5 seconds. Wow, you stacked cups in 1.5 seconds. It's so fast, you might as well not even be stacking cups. What does it have to be a cup? Why do we have kids stack cups when that, like, stacking cup thing was, like, wasn't it a drunk party thing originally? It didn't come from school kids, I'm pretty sure. They didn't drink out of fucking plastic cups where I'm from. Your school drank from plastic cups like that. You were going through fucking so much plastic on a daily basis. What the actual fuck? Wet tissue. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I fucked this all up. How do I fuck everything up in games like this? I might as well just quit. The thing, like I expected, you're not going to do any damage with a spread build against this monster in the first, like, phase and a half, which is the only phase that matters if you're doing any good damage or not. I give up. I'm done doing it. Sick of it. Sick of the dumb bullshit. Oh, that was just holdover from the other thing. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured I would say this because I know this will affect some people's want to play this game. They nerfed the ability to flash tempered elder dragons multiple times in a row. To the point where it builds up where they get 100% immunity to being flashed and can't be flashed. If you're wondering why I said I fucked that up, because I left early and some guy withdraw, it wasn't going to summon a person in, so it would have only been a 3-person siege. So I just said fuck it. There's no point. man. I was already using something that sucked. Wow, it feels weird playing the actual game and not the fucking stupid shitty raid nonstop with my stupid golden TF2 gun. My Australian rifle. It's worth like $5 on the Steam store. For whatever reason, this game feels like it's holding the frame rate a lot better. I don't know if that's just me or if other people have noticed that too. Certain areas anyways. Still not 60, but not as dippy as it used to be. I could have captured him, to be honest, and been done with him already, but... Where's your button at? Nice! I needed that. Oh! Nice. Need that water ammo. You got knocked the fuck out. Oh yeah, they did add warp face stones to these. Sweet as. The spread gun, surprisingly deadly. The fact that spread ammo 2 is only a +1 recoil, you can put out so much damage with that thing. You can shoot it faster, honestly, than you can a heavy bow gun. Do I have any oh, yeah. Let me say, do I have any of them that aren't with 2 other monsters? Now I don't feel as bad about doing tier 1 tempered monsters. And Tier 2 tempered monsters now can drop hero streamstones, so you don't just have to farm tempered elder dragons to get them. Although tempered elders still will have a much more common rate of dropping them. I say much more. That's relative to like microscopic amounts of percentages, so. Capcom likes to act like they know what they're doing, but they haven't known what they were doing for like the past 10 years. Even the Monster Hunter department is like 90% jokes, 10% game development. It's reflected in the game. It's the only game I know that has like 40 dance gestures that isn't an MMO. Hey, my gun shot, but no bullet came out. I'm ripped off. I was ripped off. It didn't spin the bullet, but it also didn't fire the bullet. Oh my sweet Mary Mellon. Oh. The left. Oh, tracking. Did they add tracking to that? Nailed it. Nailed it. How much slicing ammo does it take to cut an engine-ass tail off? Not only is it hard to shoot his tail, but how is it that resistant to being cut off? Fucking slicing ammo nerf, dude. It took nearly 20 slicing ammo because I missed like 2 or 3 shots, so like around 15 to sever that tail. And that's single player. Right on the nose, dude. Right on that nasty nose. Get that nose away from me. Oh, what am I nosing? I didn't... You smoker. He's been smoking up a storm. Alright. Settle down there. What the hell? What is going on? If I could not miss half of these shots. It's pretty cool. I love his little nose squeak. Nose. Get out nosed, son. You never know when you're out nosed. Until someone brings an Italian to the table. Get nose shot. It's all about them nose shots, dude. Who cares about headshots when you get them in the nose? He's doing the Devil Joe walk. I didn't know he could do that. Whoa! Accidente. I win! Snipe, mate. Oh shit, I cut his tail off, but I never got to fucking carve it! Fuck. Alright. Alright, if I can talk with my mouth not being full of spit. I'm gonna get off. I want to play some Gran Turismo before I sleep. As much as I'm not hating fighting some of these lower tier monsters again, I just really want to play that game, so I'll probably be back tomorrow. I was gonna try and play some Ratchet and Clank. We'll see how that goes. But until next time. Peace out, everyone.